My unfinished love story. It's strange how memories have a way of resurfacing when you least expect them. Today, as I sat in the same old spot on the school bus, now just a nostalgic passenger instead of the nervous seventh grader Elle once was, I couldn't help but think of Henry. Henry. The name alone was enough to send a shiver down my spine. Even now, years later, I remember the first time I saw him. I was in 7th grade, and he was an 8th grader a year older. And to my young mind, infinitely cooler. I'd heard whispers about him before I even knew his face, Henry. The bad boy with a reputation. He had this aura about him, a swagger that made everyone step aside when he walked by. That day on the bus, he decided to make me his target. I was new to the route, clutching my backpack like a lifeline. As I found a seat near the middle, I felt eyes on me. I glanced up, and there he was, sitting at the back, a smirk playing on his lips. "Hey, new girl," he called out. "Are you lost, or do you always look like that?" There were chuckles from the other kids, but I wasn't one to back down easily. My heart was pounding, but I shot him a glare that I hoped was intimidating. "I'm exactly where I need to be. Maybe you should mind your own business." His smirk faltered, just for a second, and I knew LA surprised him. From that day on, it became a routine of sorts. Every morning, we'd exchange barbs across the bus aisle. He'd try to ruffle my feathers, and LD fire back with a quick retort. It was like a strange dance, one that neither of us wanted to stop. In school, things were different. We rarely interacted, and when we did, it was more like passing glances. We were in different classes. And besides the occasional nod in the hallway, we lived in separate worlds. But the bus was our battlefield. I began to notice little things, though. Like how he'd get irritated if I talked to another guy on the bus. His eyes narrowing as he watched us from his usual seat at the back. I'd pretend not to notice, but inside, I was thrilled. And if he didn't talk to me for some reason, a heaviness would settle in my chest for the rest of the day. It was ridiculous, really. We were kids, just figuring out what all these feelings meant. But it was undeniable that something was brewing between us. One day, as I walked past his classroom, I heard a chorus of voices say, "Look, that's Henry's girl."